Man, I was so mad. Like, because they were sitting there laughing instead of asking, like, are you okay? You know, but why would somebody ask? That's common sense. Like, she ain't dying. She just fell in the toilet. Oh, well. Hello, hunties. How y'all doing today? I'm back with another video. It's your girl, Groovy Potato. Y'all may realize that I'm probably not in the same area that you usually like recognize, or you guys may notice something a little bit different. That's because I got an upgrade. Your girl got a ring light. As y'all can see, like if y'all can look into my eyes, y'all can tell that the ring light, you can tell when somebody has a ring light just by simply looking them in the eyes or whatever. So yeah, your girl is slowly upgrading. So yeah, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I got this ring light. I have this ring light because your girl is about to be 18 in 2 days on the 17th. It is currently October 15th and my birthday is literally in 2 days. So this was actually a birthday gift from my mom. Shout out to my mom. So yeah, thanks mom. I appreciate you. It took forever to put it together. I'm not gonna hold you up. And I looked at the instructions and it only confused me a lot more. Enough about that. This video is basically a whole bunch of, I don't know what I'm gonna title it yet, but it's gonna be basically a bunch of crazy moments of my life / funny moments of my life, part 2, obviously, because my last one was a bunch of stories about crazy things about my life as well. So I've gotten a lot of people Snapchatting me and telling me that I should do a part 2, so I'm gonna do a part 2. And yeah, I'll put my social media below, by the way, so if you guys want to like follow me, I'm gonna actually start just putting my social media at the bottom of the screen and have it just stay there from here on out. I'm gonna try and do that at least. But however, let's get into this video. Alright, so in the last video, you guys would know that I fed my fish crackers for dinner. So if you guys didn't, you guys should go check out that last video, and you'll see the whole story about me feeding my fish crackers and almost killing it. So yeah, this one is another fish story. Once again, you guys probably don't know, but I have really bad luck with fish. I'm sorry if you guys hear like an echo. I'm in like a semi-empty room. So he was my first ever fish, and he changed colors according to mood or something, or maybe the weather. I don't know. He changed colors. That's all I know. One day I thought he was dying because he turned brown, but then I was told that he's supposed to do that. He changed colors according to something. They're really active fish, by the way. Like they like to do a lot of stuff. Like they don't stay in one place. They're not like goldfish. They're not like normal fishes that you would see any other day. But yeah, the fighting fishes are the male fishes. So I know for a fact that it was a male fish. So that's probably why I named him Jason. I don't know. You're talking about the 9-year-old Terrell. Maybe I thought his name was Jason. I don't know, but that's what I named him. So I went to school the next day, I guess. It was on the day that I got it was on a weekend. I think it was on a Sunday. Obviously it was on a Sunday because the next day I had school. So I went to school, and at the time, obviously I was in elementary school, and like at that time we didn't have a car. We didn't have a car until I was about to move, actually. So we walked home all the time until I turned 9 or 8, one of the two, I don't remember. My mom was like, she came to pick me up. Usually I'm like the very last person to get picked up or whatever. Sometimes I'll get picked up by my uncle, sometimes I'll get picked up by my granddad, but if they're busy, like we would end up walking. I've never walked home alone. I don't know why, I just felt like I should walk. I should have been able to walk home alone, because I was like, everybody else walks home alone, why can't I? But anyways, my parents came to pick me up. My mom was like, well, your fish jumped down the drain. I was like, what? Did your fish jump down? My fish jumped down the drain? Like, why would it do that? Like, there's no reason. You guys are lying like something. I'm thinking maybe they killed it or they took it back or something. But no, she was like, your fish jumped down the drain. I was kind of hurt because I only had it for maybe a day, not even a day, I think, or maybe 2 days. I can barely remember that part. But all I know was my mom told me, like, well, your fish committed suicide because it just decided. They had it in a cup. It was in like one of those tall, like, the red cups, the plastic red cups that you can get from like a liquor store or from like a party store, somewhere. We had him in one of those, apparently, and they went to go clean his tank. Once again, these fishes are active, so you know what the fish did? It jumped out of the freaking cup and into the sink, down the drain. I don't know if it was a direct hit down the drain or if it flopped until it got into the drain or what, but I just know that it jumped in the drain and it probably lay at the bottom of the drain for a minute before it got somewhere. We didn't have a garbage disposal, so it's not like it got cut up or anything, because obviously it's Detroit, we in the hood, who has a dishwasher? This neighborhood was broke. This neighborhood was slowly falling apart, including our house. So it was like we didn't have any dishwashers or anything like that. We didn't have like garbage disposals or anything like that, basically. Fish ended up jumping down the drain, so that's fine. Okay, so next I'm about to talk about my first day in high school. Oh my god, like that day was so rough for me. First of all, I struggled to get into my locker because it was a new combination. But I didn't have many friends back then. Like I had a couple, but it was like since I had switched schools, a lot of people switched up on me. So it would all make more sense. I'll make a video on my life basically, and y'all will understand a little bit more as to why. Whoa, okay, I just seen a bird fly past the window and I thought it was in here for a second. Like most people were like, oh, well, how could you switch to our rival school and everything like that. So the few friends that I had them, and then I hadn't seen my old friends from the school that I had switched from in like a year. So it was like everybody had changed, you know, and it's high school. This is a new fresh start. It means that we're adults now and that it's time to like basically just move on from our baby ways and everything like that. So my locker was in a really tight area. It was one of the smallest parts of the school. Like the smallest halls of the school is really crowded. So God forbid you be there when the bell rings. I hated having that locker, but it was better than my sophomore year locker, which was in the pool lobby, which we're not gonna get into. I had sea lunch, because I had sea lunch all year long, I think. So sea lunch is obviously the third lunch of the day and the very last lunch of the day, meaning that we get the scraps from A and B lunch. And sometimes they'll bake us fresh things if we don't have enough. But moral of the story was, I don't have many friends, and I had not talked to any of my old friends from the other middle school, the first middle school that I went to. So I didn't know where I was gonna go sit. I didn't know, like, all of that. Like, my stomach was just balling up, like anxiety on top of anxiety. I'm like, oh my god, where am I about to sit at? Who am I gonna talk to? Where am I gonna go? Am I even gonna sit down? Like, I was like, I don't even know where this freaking lunchroom is at. Okay, I'm just gonna sit alone. Like, I know that nobody at South like me anymore because I switched schools, but that wasn't my fault. And it wasn't like I could drive myself. I was only like 13. Like, I didn't turn 14 until that year, like later on in that year in October, obviously, because yeah. But I had just turned, I was about to turn 14. And I didn't know, like, I didn't know how everybody felt, because they knew that I went to Central, especially the band kids, because in 8th grade, you had Middle School South, which was the school that I had moved from, and Middle School Central. Now, when I went to Middle School Central, I was in 8th grade. So when I did that, the band, like the kids that were in band from Middle School South and Central, they would reunite, or they would all come together and march with the high school's marching band. So the middle schoolers got to march with the high schoolers, Middle School South and Central. So when that happened, I seen all my old friends from South, and a lot of them kind of just gave me the stank look and was like, well, what is she doing over there? But like, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna hold y'all up. Central, I feel like Middle School Central, coming from somebody that went to Middle School South for 2 years, went there for 2 years, I honestly feel like Central was a lot better. The people are so much nicer. I wasn't really bullied as much back then. It was just so much easier. Yeah, I had fights left and right, but it was like, at least I had those, you know, I just feel like I just had less stress at that middle school. But you would think, like, how would a middle schooler have that much stress? You're a kid, you think the stress is, the littlest things would be the biggest things for little kids, but we're not gonna get into that. Just know that most people did not like me because of the fact that I switched schools. So a lot of people switched up on me. But eventually when you get older, when we got older, they would get over it, like, this is stupid, this is just as dumb as Crips and Bloods, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you a Crip or a Blood, you do you, but like, it's almost as bad as like gangs, you know? It's like, oh my god, you go to that school now I can't like you. What? I come from my locker, I put everything away, I'm upstairs. My locker's upstairs. All the freshmen lockers are upstairs unless their last names were like at the end of the alphabet. My name is towards the end of the alphabet, but I luckily got a locker upstairs. So I was going downstairs. I walked past, I have nothing in my hands. I so happened, my hands was angled perfectly. This man, this upperclassman, I knew he wasn't in my grade. He was an upperclassman because he was really tall, and he was a white man with blonde hair, and he was like kind of built in his shoulders, so his shoulders were like really buff, but the rest of his body was really skinny. I remember this vaguely. He was wearing sweatpants, and he had this track shirt on. I don't remember if it was our school track shirt or what, but I seen like a track logo on his shirt. So when I walked past him, I so happened to be standing in the wrong place at the wrong time. This guy doesn't cover his mouth. He sneezes on my hand. My hand is open. So my hand was open because I had nothing to hold. Like my hands were like just resting as I was walking, you know, because I was about to go to lunch or whatever. This guy sneezed his entire soul on my hand. Like this dude just sneezed his Ebola. And this was when Ebola was a huge thing. Like when Ebola got big. So I freaked out. Like I was like, ugh. Like I looked at my hand. It was a booger on my hand. That was the grossest thing ever. I was like, ugh. And when I did that, it looked like I smacked him, but I didn't smack him. The teacher looked at me because, like, when I was walking past, there's this one door that's, like, right there. Like, the one classroom that's, like, right there in that tight hallway. The teacher looked at me and thought I was hitting him, and she was like, keep your hands to yourself. I don't think it was, I'm not going to call him names. I don't even remember which teacher it was, but it was a short woman, whoever it was. I don't remember. I just know it was a female. I was so ready to pop off on that teacher because at the end of the day, he just sneezed his soul on my hand. Anyway, he was like, dang, what happened to you? I was like, you just sneezed on my hand. And he was like, oh, my bad, or whatever. He was laughing because he was, apparently his friends were in front of him, and his friends were like instigating and stuff. I was a freshman. I'm thinking I'm getting beat up. I was going to get beat up or something like that. Even though I didn't look like a freshman, nobody knew I was a freshman. They honestly thought I was always on the taller side of school. So, yeah. Nobody thought I was a freshman, but I didn't know that nobody knew that I wasn't a freshman. That I was a freshman. So I just kept my cool. I don't want to start anything with any upperclassmen and then have problems, and then all the upperclassmen already, start to hate me. Because, it's typical for upperclassmen to hate you or whatever in high school. And everybody has a problem with freshmen in high school for some reason. And I was like, I don't do nothing like that. Honestly, I'm just chill. But when you sneezed on me, like, bro. But he was like, I'm sorry, dang, my bad. I'm like, my bad ain't gonna get your Ebola off my hand. Like, I was so mad. I was like, this dude would never sneeze and have boogers in his nose and sneeze on my hand. Like, cover your mouth or something, anything. I'm getting messages, I'm sorry. I was looking because, like, my phone's like this way. So I'm like sitting here breaking oh my God, my neck just cracked. This was when I was probably maybe 4 or 5. This was before, what did I call him, Quincy? Before Quincy was around. This was when my mom was dating some other guy. I'm not going to name his name, his actual name. So we're going to call him, Ike. So Ike had a daughter. He had a lot of kids. He has a lot of kids. So I don't know how many he had back then, but I knew that he had 2 back then. So Ike had a son and a daughter that I knew of back then. Ike's daughter was a little bit older than me. I think she was like 10 and I was like 4. Somebody is like really blowing my phone up right now. But and then her brother was younger than her, I believe. He was maybe 7 or 8, maybe, or 6 or 7. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember I think that was my first time ever bowling, and I didn't know what I was doing. And obviously 4-year-old Tira is like this little, so she couldn't hold a bowling ball. My bladder was full. I had to go back. So my mom was like, all right, well, I gotta go too. And then Ike's daughter came with us because she had to go too. So all of us went to the bathroom, right? I go into the stall. I'm not paying attention. Once again, I'm 4-year-old Tira. 4-year-old Tira didn't look at the toilet. She turned around, pulled down everything that she had on below the waist, and sat down. Next thing you know, you heard blue. 4-year-old Tira fell down the toilet. She fell in the toilet hard. She wasn't paying attention. She didn't realize, I guess it was early in the morning or really late, so they cleaned up the bathrooms. And so they left the toilet seats up. I didn't know that. I was not paying attention. And once again, it's kind of trifling to sit down. I knew better, but I didn't do it. I don't know why I didn't put the toilet paper down. I just really had to pee. And I just sat down thinking that the toilet seat was down, because why would a toilet seat be up in a girl's bathroom? You know, I didn't know anything about anything. I was just oblivious of the world. So that ended up happening. And my mom, no, not my mom, Ike's daughter, she cracks up loud. I was like, oh my God, I fell in the toilet. And then everybody in the bathroom started laughing. I think it was only us three though. But everybody was like, that's what you get for not looking. You should have looked. So my clothes was wet, like behind the pants, like on the back of the pants was wet, because you know when your stuff go down to your ankles or down, you know, to your legs, the back part is by your butt. So when I sat down, I must have flopped down because the back of my pants were wet. And man, I was so mad, like, because they were sitting there laughing instead of asking, like, are you okay? You know, but why would somebody ask? You know, that's common sense. Like, she ain't dying, she just fell in the toilet. Oh well. We went to Cedar Point in Ohio. I had these really, I don't know what I was thinking. I will never get that hairstyle again in my life. Never again. I don't care if it's short or not. I just feel like my head is not shaped for that hairstyle. The second time I went to Cedar Point, meaning that I took a friend. So actually, we had two separate hotel rooms. So me and my friend Liz, hey Liz, how you doing? If you're watching, because sometimes she watches my videos. Me and my friend Liz went to Cedar Point together, and we had two separate beds. And then she had her own. Our parents had their own bedrooms. I remember because we ended up chilling at the hotel a little bit because we stayed for maybe 2 days. We went back, you know, the next day and everything. So when we went back to the hotel, when we went to Cedar Point rather, when we got to Cedar Point the first day, we got on this ride and I did not want to do it. Nobody wanted to do it. My friend, that time, she wasn't really up to the bigger rides at the time. She was really upset the whole time, but it was like, you know, she got on what she could and she stayed brave with the other rides, the rides that she got on, you know. And so when we got on, me and my stepdad was like, all right, I grew some balls for a second. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna die. I will get on this ride. I'm not gonna be a chicken. This was the biggest ride they had there, like the tallest one. I can't remember the name of it, but it goes 80 miles per hour to get, just starting. They launch at 70/80 miles per hour just to get to the top. And it's the tallest one that you can see. You can see it from a mile away. So like, it's going all the way up, right? We stopped at the top. I'm like, what are we doing? What was I thinking? Oh my God, I'm gonna die. It's the end of my life. No, I'm about to die. It's over. I had a nice 13 years. It's over. I'm done. I started freaking out. Like, I was the only one yelling, because you know, usually when you get to the top, like, nobody really makes a noise. Like, they're trying to prepare themselves to scream. Like, they're trying to inhale. They're trying to do anything they can, you know, to just, you know, to prepare themselves. I instantly started screaming to the top of my lungs when we got to the top, because I seen how far down that thing was. I was like, what was I thinking? I'm about to die. Oh my God. I was this close to passing out. Like, I almost went unconscious. When we went down, them butterflies were horrible. I told myself I would never get on that ride again. I will never, and to this day, I will never get on this ride again. And not only that, but I told y'all, I had these braided pigtails, right? They were really long, longer than this hair. I could sit on, and I'm tall, I could sit on those braids. I had to tie them up because I didn't want them like getting caught in the roller coaster. I was paranoid they were gonna get caught in the roller coaster. No, they didn't get caught or anything. I was like, I don't want my scalp getting ripped off or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna tie them up. They came loose, going down, and when they did, they were smacking the lady behind me. This ride offers pictures. So when we got off, like, my face was horrible. Like, I'm gonna try and find a picture. So, just know that my 3 little big long braids were smacking the lady behind me. I remember she was a blonde. She was laughing at me screaming. Like, when I got to the top, she started laughing. And I just felt so, oh my God, never again. Oh my God. I was like, get me off of here. I got off that ride so fast. God, y'all don't understand. Like, Usually I don't care when it comes to certain rides. I'm like, okay, let's do it. But that ride right there, I told myself no. But Delvin was, he was laughing the whole time. Delvin is my stepdad, by the way. But my braids was smacking the heck out of her. And them braids hurt because I knew when I was on them rides, I was getting smacked with them. In the picture, it showed my hair smacking her in the face as she's covering her face. So, oh my God. But I will never do it again. I'm still traumatized, but yeah. So that's about it for this video. I've talked about almost everything that I wanted to discuss, and I may or may not even put everything in there. Like, it just depends on how relevant it is to this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button. Let me know that you did. Or if you want to see more videos like that, make sure you smash that like button. If you have any ideas of what you want to see next from me, make sure you comment below. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.